Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 17 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Joey Bernal. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. But Joey has been watching for at least 4 years now. That is amazing. I love you and thank you for the support. Okay, so yesterday they had the Power Veto competition and it was a hide and go seek theme. So it sounds like each player got to hide their veto card somewhere around the house, and then, sorry, my mouth is so dry. And then the last card to be found is the winner. So the winner was James. He ended up hiding his card like under a carpet or a rug or something, so good thinking. And when the feeds came back after this competition, the house was a freaking mess. So they had to clean all that up too. Fun. Alright, let's get some initial reactions here. The twins were pissed. They were talking more crap about the goblins, and they were being little brats too, because they were just like, I am not gonna clean up any of the mess that we didn't make. Like, what the hell? So they didn't want to clean up any of the kitchen stuff. Like, there was cereal everywhere and like, oh, it was a lot. But anyway, let's talk about Vanessa. She was freaking distraught. She was so upset because this is exactly what she did not want to happen. So she goes up to the HOH room to sulk. She's having her pity party. She's just like, why does my HOH always have to be so hard? And then James was having a celebration. He was in party mode. He's really happy that he's safe this week, and also he feels like now he has the opportunity to try to save Meg too, so he feels really good about it. He's feeling really good about being safe. He's ready to tell the Oz twins, if you guys vote out Meg this week, I'm coming after every single one of you, and it's gonna be crazy. Alright, so we'll come back to that. So Vanessa and Julia were chatting, and they were just like, oh my god, the competition was made for James. He's the hiding king. It's so unfair. So then they go on to talk about who's going to be the replacement nominee, because obviously James is going to use the veto. So they're like, who's going to go up next to Meg? Now, Julia is just like assuming it's gonna be Steve or Johnny Mac. So Vanessa's like, well, I don't want to put up Steve because then he's gonna feel like he's the bottom of the totem pole and we don't want to do that. And she doesn't want to put up Johnny Mac because she's like, I'm worried you guys are gonna vote him out. I don't know if I can trust you to not vote him out. So Julia's like, yeah, it'd be really awesome if we got rid of him. But like, we'll vote out Meg if that's what you want. Okay, so now let's talk about James again. He is springing into action. He's ready to go here. So him and Meg were talking to Austin, and they're explaining that whole deal that they made with Vanessa again before the nominations, when she was all like, so you're saying that you would put up the Oz twins next week? So they're trying to clarify to Austin, like, no, we didn't say we're going to put up 2 of you. We said we'd put up 1 of you because that's just how the numbers are. So then James is like, guess what? I'm going after Vanessa, and I'll tell her right to her face. So then Austin and the twins were talking, and they're feeling really happy that James has redirected his anger towards Vanessa. He's not really upset with them anymore. So, or at least that's what it seems like. So they're thinking, you know what? I think we could get Johnny Mac to be the replacement nominee, and it might be best for us to get rid of him this week, and not Meg. And then Meg and James are going to be mad at Vanessa anyway. So Austin and Vanessa were talking over their options in the HOH room. And Vanessa's like, well, I'm screwed no matter what. It's going to suck either way. So Austin is like, well, maybe we can convince James to use the power veto on Meg and then we could just vote him out. Really, Austin? Really? Okay. So then Austin was like campaigning for Johnny Mac to go instead of Meg. And his reasons are that Meg is not going to win competitions. It's just like, it's not going to happen. Maybe it will, but it's not likely. And he's also saying that Johnny Mac and James could definitely start working together, and those two are going to be dangerous together. So it might be best to just get rid of Johnny Mac this week. And Vanessa's like, yeah, but like, I really want Meg to go this week. So who are we going to put up against her? So then she's like, Steve or Julia? So she's planting that Julia seed. Let's see what happens. So then Steve and Vanessa are having a strategy chat, and she's just like, Steve, I want you to know, first of all, you're not going up, but I really need your help figuring this crap out. So she's, you know, she's a little bit nervous about James now. Austin put it in her head that, I'm sorry, she's nervous about Johnny Mac now because Austin put it in her head that he might start working with James. So Austin is like, yep, no, what am I saying? So, I need to take better notes. So, Vanessa's also telling Steve that Austin is pushing for him to go this week, and Steve is like, no, like, don't worry about Johnny Mac, it's all good, he's not gonna put you up, Johnny Mac is good, he's good. Okay, so then Vanessa is talking to the Oz twins, and she drops a little bomb. She's just like, what if we put up Julia as the pawn? Guess what? They don't like it. Duh. So then they're still pushing for Johnny Mac to go up, like really pushing for it, and not just as the replacement nominee. They want him to be the target. And Vanessa's still like, I don't know. So then it's Steve and Johnny Mac's turn to talk to Vanessa, and she warns them, like, guys, I've been drinking, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so she asks them, do either of you want to be pawns? Nope. Again, what do you think they're gonna say? So Vanessa, she's very confused about what she should do. She doesn't know what to do. So then Meg decides it's time to go talk to Vanessa, because there's still a chance that maybe Vanessa could throw her a bone and put somebody up against her that could go home. So she goes up there, and Meg's like, I really want to stay, blah, 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 blah. And Vanessa's like, yeah, that's great and all, Meg, but like, people keep coming up to me and telling me that James is going around saying that he's targeting me and he's coming after me hardcore. So that kind of makes me want to get rid of you, Meg. So Meg is just like, what? So she goes downstairs and talks to James. She tells him what Vanessa said, and he's like, all right, I guess I better go fix that, huh? So James goes up to the HOH room to talk to Vanessa. Again, she's just like, I just want to let you know, I've been drinking, I'm not in a good mood. So they're talking about past confrontations, and James is like, well, I thought we had a deal, blah, blah, blah. And then he tells her, Vanessa, you've been playing the game too hard. And she freaks out. She's just like, are you insulting me? You're insulting me to my face? You're criticizing me to my face? What are you doing? She starts crying. James apologizes. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to come out that way. It gets like really tense for a little bit. But then they start talking about past things again, rehashing old crap over and over again. And this talk goes on for a long time. So they finally start like clearing things up a little bit. They're still obviously coming after each other, but they're like, I respect you. I respect you. It's too bad we're on opposite sides of the house. We would have been great allies. So mutual respect, blah, blah, blah. So then Austin and Liz talk to Vanessa in the HOH room, and they let her know that Julia has given the okay to go up on the block as the pawn this week. And yes, she did say reluctantly that she would go up on the block. She feels good about Austin, Liz, and Steve all voting to keep her, so she's just like, if that's what it's gotta be, that's what it's gotta be. So Vanessa's like, oh, this is great news, and I'm gonna tell Julia, like, if she goes home this week by some freak accident, she's gonna give her 10,000 bucks out of her own pocket. I feel like that's not allowed to, like, bribe people like that. So this morning, Steve tells Johnny Mac, like, we're good this week. Julia's gonna be going up on the block. Like, we're fine. So Johnny Mac is, like, talking about this plan that he wants to do next week where he wants to go after Liz. And then, like, him, Steve, and Vanessa are all gonna, like, snatch up a person each, and they're gonna have, like, this circle of friendship. I don't know. But, Steve is just like, that sounds cool and all, but don't tell Vanessa about that right now because you're gonna freak her out. So, like, wait until after the POV ceremony's over. Just make sure that she knows you're voting out Meg this week. So Johnny Mac is like, I can do that. So then, the house guests were on an outdoor lockdown for a little while. They're thinking that they're getting like this buffet breakfast or something. They're all excited about it. And then the lockdown is over. They go to the storage room and they find out the live feeders voted for them to get oh my god, it's so much fun. They were not that pleased with it. I think it is fun, but it's very, very sugary, and I guess it's kind of a letdown when you're expecting a huge breakfast. But anyway, Johnny Mac and Vanessa had a little check-in, and they're like, yeah, everything's looking good for this week. Like, we're gonna get rid of Meg. Julia's gonna be the replacement nominee. It's all good. So keep up the good work. It seems like they're actually planning on working together in the future. So the power veto ceremony is tomorrow, and at this point, it looks like Julia will be going up as the replacement nominee, and Meg is definitely the target. It'll be interesting to see if there's any attempt to flip the vote or what. We'll see. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Julia is going to be safe? And until tomorrow, much love.
Edit.